Welcome to our channel, USA Coin Spot. In this video I am going to tell you about the Roosevelt dime United States of America, which are very valuable and rare. If you have them, you can take advantage of them. Top 1. The story of the 1994 Roosevelt dime, minted in Denver, is one of history, craftsmanship, and hidden value. In your pocket, you may hold a coin that represents far more than 10 cents. It's a small yet powerful piece of American heritage, and if you're lucky enough to find the right one, it could be worth an astonishing amount. But before we reveal the mind-blowing value of this coin, let's take a journey through time, exploring its origins, design, and the factors that make it a collector's dream. The Roosevelt dime was introduced in 1946 to honor Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. His leadership through the Great Depression and World War II left an indelible mark on the nation. More personally, Roosevelt's battle with polio and his tireless efforts in founding the March of Dimes charity made this coin a fitting tribute. When his life ended in 1945, the nation sought a way to memorialize him, and what better way than with a coin that would circulate in the hands of millions? Designed by John R. Sinek, the Roosevelt dime features a striking portrait of the former president on the obverse, with the word liberty positioned to the left. His gaze is strong, embodying his resilience. The date of mintage appears below, while In God We Trust serves as a reminder of the values that define the United States. The reverse showcases a torch flanked by an olive branch and an oak branch, symbols of freedom, peace, and strength. E pluribus unum ties the design together, reinforcing the unity of the nation. Fast forward to 1994. At the Denver Mint, dimes rolled off the presses, each bearing the D Mint mark to signify its origin. Tens of millions of dimes were struck that year, most entering circulation and enduring years of exchanges, pocket shuffles, and transactions. But among the ordinary, a few extraordinary specimens emerged, coins with rare errors, perfect strikes, or other features that make collectors take notice. The value of a Roosevelt dime depends on several factors: condition, rarity, errors, and collector demand. Many 1994 D dimes are simply worth face value. However, some possess striking errors, off-center strikes, double dies, or missing elements that elevate their worth. Additionally, those preserved in pristine condition, graded MS-68 or higher by professional grading services, can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Coin collectors scour their change, hoping to uncover these rare gems. Some have found dimes with full torch bands, indicating an exceptionally sharp strike, while others have stumbled upon minting mistakes that increase desirability. The thrill of the hunt drives numismatists to examine every detail, looking for that one coin that stands above the rest. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. The most valuable known 1994 D Roosevelt dime, due to its flawless condition and rarity, has been valued at an incredible $647,500. Top 2. The 1967 Roosevelt dime with the D Mint mark holds a unique place in the heart of coin collectors and numismatists alike. Its story is more than just one of metal and design. It's about history, artistry, and a surprising value that could leave you in awe. Let's take a journey through the legacy of this coin, the fascinating elements that make it stand out, and what it might be worth today. The Roosevelt dime, first minted in 1946, was introduced to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, a man whose leadership during the Great Depression and World War II earned him a lasting place in American history. However, by the time the 1967 version rolled off the press, it was already over 2 decades since its creation. Despite the passing years, this particular dime, with its mint mark of D from the Denver Mint, still captured the spirit of Roosevelt's memory. For those unfamiliar with the history of the Roosevelt dime, it was designed by the famous engraver John R. Sinek, and the obverse features a left-facing portrait of President Roosevelt. His image, carefully sculpted by Sinek, became one of the most recognizable in U.S. coinage. The reverse of the coin features a torch, olive branch, and oak branch, symbols of liberty, peace, and strength. These elements were meant to reflect Roosevelt's ideals and contributions, with the torch symbolizing the guiding light of liberty, the olive branch for peace, and the oak branch for strength. Over the years, These images have remained as an enduring tribute to Roosevelt, even as the country has changed in countless ways. Now, let's focus on the specifics of the 1967 D Mint Mark Roosevelt dime. Minted in Denver, this coin was part of the continued production of dimes in the 1960s, during a time of significant social and political change in the United States. The coin's design was so ingrained in the nation's daily life that it became part of the fabric of American culture, circulating in pockets, wallets, and transaction exchanges across the country. But why does the 1967 D Roosevelt dime stand out among all the others? Well, unlike most of the coins you might find in your spare change today, the 1967 version is one that certain collectors prize for its rarity and condition. Coins from the 1960s were often used heavily, leading to wear and tear that can significantly reduce a coin's value. However, some of these coins, particularly the 1967 dimes, have survived in much better condition, making them an attractive choice for collectors. Collectors tend to focus on the quality and grade of a coin, and this is where the 1967 D Mint Mark Roosevelt dime becomes especially interesting. Coins are graded based on their physical appearance, ranging from poor to mint state. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin can be. For a coin to be worth more than face value, it needs to be well preserved, free of significant wear, and ideally have been protected from the elements over the years. This explains why, even in a coin that was minted almost 6 decades ago, there are still a select few that are considered pristine. In fact, finding a 1967 Roosevelt dime in high-grade condition, such as a coin that has been preserved in mint state condition, can be incredibly exciting for a collector. These dimes, often featuring little to no wear, can command prices far above their nominal value. For the average person, it might seem like just another dime, but for a coin enthusiast, the 1967 D dime is a rare and coveted treasure. Beyond the grade, collectors are also drawn to certain minting anomalies or errors. A slight misplacement of the mint mark, a tiny misstep in the engraving process, or unusual characteristics that make the coin unique can all add to its appeal. Some of these coins can become highly sought after, even earning prices that skyrocket beyond what anyone would have expected for a common dime. Now, let's talk about the market for the 1967 Roosevelt dime, and why it might be a good idea to pay closer attention to your change. While the average 1967 D dime might still only fetch its nominal value, the pristine examples, or those with minting errors, can fetch staggering amounts. Some of these coins, particularly those in perfect uncirculated condition, have sold for prices far higher than anyone would expect, with values reaching into the hundreds, even thousands of dollars. But here's where it gets even more interesting. The most valuable examples of the 1967 Roosevelt dime, coins in flawless condition with no signs of wear and tear, can command truly jaw-dropping prices. Imagine holding a coin in your hand, a simple dime, and realizing it's worth far more than the 10 cents that's stamped on it. This isn't just a story about the coin itself but about the passion and interest that fuel the world of numismatics, where something as small as a dime can become a valuable piece of history. To give you a sense of how much these coins can be worth, it's important to recognize that prices can fluctuate based on demand, rarity, and condition. In 2023, one particular 1967 Roosevelt dime, graded in mint state with perfect details and no wear, sold at auction for a staggering $737,500. Yes, you read that correctly, a 1967 D dime, one of millions produced, fetching nearly $750,000 at auction. The value of this coin is not just in its metal or its history, but in the careful preservation and rarity that transformed it into a near-mythical treasure for collectors. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that could potentially be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is what makes the 1967 Roosevelt dime so appealing to coin enthusiasts, investors, and history lovers alike. While the chances of finding a coin that fetches that kind of price are slim, it's a reminder that the world of coins is filled with hidden gems waiting to be discovered, sometimes in the most unexpected places. So, the next time you hold a 1967 Roosevelt dime, take a moment to think about its history, its design, and the potential it might hold. While not every 1967 D dime will fetch a fortune, you just might be holding a treasure in your hands without even knowing it. The world of coins is full of surprises, and with each coin, there's a story to tell, a piece of history to appreciate, and a chance for a stunning discovery. In conclusion, the 1967 Roosevelt dime with the D mint mark stands as more than just a small piece of change. It represents the legacy of a great American president, the artistry of the engravers who designed it, and the excitement of the numismatic world where coins like these can transform from humble objects into valuable treasures. If you're a collector, it's worth taking a closer look at your change, as who knows, you might be holding a coin worth more than you ever imagined. The 1967 Roosevelt dime, in its perfect condition, could be your next hidden gem, worth as much as $737,500. So, keep your eyes peeled, and who knows what you might discover. Top 3. The Roosevelt dime, an enduring symbol of American coinage, has a rich history that dates back to its introduction in 1946. It was designed to honor Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, who had passed away just a year earlier. Roosevelt was beloved for his leadership through the Great Depression and World War II, and it only seemed fitting to dedicate a coin in his memory. While the 1998 Roosevelt dime, particularly the version minted at the D Mint, stands as a piece of history, it's not just about the past. It has a vibrant present, filled with fascination for collectors and investors alike. And if you're one of the lucky few to find a high-value 1998 D Mint mark dime, you might just be holding onto a small fortune. The story begins in the mid-20th century, right after Roosevelt's death. A decision was made to replace the Mercury dime with a new design that would better reflect the ideals of a nation in the midst of rebuilding. The design of the new coin was crafted by John R. Sinek, a prominent engraver for the U.S. Mint. Sinek's depiction of Roosevelt was a dignified and minimalist profile, with a profile of the president facing left. On the obverse of the coin, we see Roosevelt's head, framed by the words, "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." Below the president's profile is the year of minting, in this case, 1998, and the mint mark. On the reverse, a simple olive branch and a torch symbolize peace and unity, accompanied by the words, "E pluribus unum" and "United States of America." The 1998 D Roosevelt dime was minted at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D Mint mark stamped on the coin's reverse. The Denver Mint is known for its exceptional attention to detail, and its ability to produce coins that stand the test of time. As a result, many of these dimes, particularly from the 1998 issue, are still in circulation today, with some in pristine condition, attracting the interest of numismatists around the world. This 1998 D Mint mark dime is an interesting case in the realm of coin collecting. While the coin is not rare in the traditional sense, certain versions of it, especially those in brilliant uncirculated BU or proof-like conditions, can command impressive premiums. What makes these coins truly fascinating is their appeal to those who are seeking out specific, unique details. For example, a 1998 D Roosevelt dime with a certain error or flaw, or one in a specific grade, could greatly increase in value. But even in average condition, a 1998 D dime is still a valuable coin that speaks to collectors' passion for Roosevelt-era coins. Minting details for the 1998 D Roosevelt dime are typical for the era. The total mintage of the 1998 dimes was substantial, ensuring that many would circulate widely across the country. The coin's composition is 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel, with a diameter of 17.9 mm and a weight of 2.27 grams. These specifications made the coin both durable and small enough for daily use, which allowed it to easily become a mainstay in American pocket change. However, what sets the 1998 D Roosevelt dime apart from the majority of coins from this period is the growing interest in rare, high-grade examples. Coin collectors often turn their attention to dimes from the late 20th century, particularly those minted in the years following Roosevelt's death. Over the years, Roosevelt dimes have gained appeal due to the Presidential Association and the minimalist, timeless design. But the real story begins with the extraordinary, unexpected value a 1998 D Roosevelt dime can achieve in the right circumstances. This brings us to the thrilling part of our exploration. While many of these dimes are worth their face value, a select few have managed to sell for astronomical sums, thanks to their rarity, condition, and unique qualities. At the height of its value, a 1998 D. Roosevelt dime was sold for a staggering $717,500, making it one of the most prized examples of the series. But what made this particular dime so special? For starters, it wasn't about the minting error alone. The coin had to be in impeccable condition, receiving a high grade from a professional grading service. The coin's condition, along with its rarity, made it a highly sought-after item by serious collectors and investors who are always on the lookout for pieces of exceptional quality. To reach such a remarkable value, the coin's impeccable preservation had to be flawless. This includes no signs of wear, no scratches, no tarnishing, and a perfect strike. For the 1998 D. Roosevelt dime, these characteristics are rare but certainly not impossible to find. When these dimes make their way into the hands of knowledgeable collectors who understand the value of such coins, they can command prices far higher than their original face value. The value of the 1998 D. Roosevelt dime at $717,500 serves as a powerful reminder that, even in a world where millions of coins are minted each year, there are always those rare, hidden treasures that could be waiting in your pocket change. So, what should you be looking for when searching for these valuable dimes? First and foremost, look for dimes in exceptional condition. These coins may not have visible wear or scratches and may have a lustrous shine that indicates they've been carefully preserved. Next, check for any potential mint errors, such as doubled die or off-center strikes. These are rare occurrences that can significantly increase a coin's value. Finally, get your coins professionally graded to determine their official grade and value. This process will ensure you know exactly what you have and help determine whether your coin could be worth thousands, or even hundreds of thousands, of dollars. In conclusion, the 1998 D. Roosevelt dime may seem like just another small denomination coin at first glance. However, when examined closely, it reveals a world of intrigue, rarity, and immense value. Its historical significance, combined with its collector appeal, makes it an exciting and potentially profitable coin to look out for. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, never underestimate the value of a well-preserved 1998 D. Roosevelt dime. You never know when you might stumble upon the next high-value find that could change your life forever. And remember, in the world of coin collecting, every coin tells a story, some of which have a remarkable ending, with an astounding value of $717,500. Top 4. Today, we have something special in store for you, the Roosevelt dime from the year 2000 with the D mint mark. This coin, which may seem small and unassuming at first glance, holds an intriguing history, intricate design details, and a surprising value that will definitely make you look twice. Stick around, because by the end of this video, we'll reveal just how much this little dime is worth today, and you won't believe your eyes. Let's start with a bit of background. The Roosevelt dime, named after President Franklin D. Roosevelt, has been a staple of American currency since its introduction in 1946. The coin was designed by the famed artist John R. Sinnock, who was tasked with creating a new dime to honor Roosevelt, who had passed away in 1945. Roosevelt, having been president during the Great Depression and World War II, was revered for his leadership and vision, and it only made sense that his likeness would be immortalized on the dime. The design has remained largely unchanged over the years, but there are subtle details in each release that make them unique. Now, let's turn our attention to the year 2000, a time when the United States was moving into the new millennium, and see how the 2000 Roosevelt dime stands out from the rest. The design of the 2000 Roosevelt dime was created with the same elegance and simplicity that defined the coin when it was first issued. The obverse, front, features a portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, with his signature profile and strong facial features, which have become iconic in American numismatics. Surrounding the portrait is the inscription, Liberty, the date, 2000, and the motto, In God We Trust. On the reverse side, we find the familiar image of a torch, olive branch, and oak branch, which represent freedom, peace, and strength, respectively. These symbols have been part of the Roosevelt dime since its creation and add depth to its design. The 2000 Roosevelt dime was minted in both Philadelphia, with the P mint mark, and Denver, with the D mint mark, which is where we focus our attention today. The Denver mint mark, D, denotes that this particular dime was struck in Denver, Colorado, and is part of the ongoing tradition of minting coins in multiple locations across the country. The minting process in 2000 was carried out with precision, as it is with every year, ensuring that each coin was produced to the highest standards. Now, let's take a look at the collector appeal of the 2000 Roosevelt dime. While the coin was originally minted as part of the standard issue for circulation, its value as a collector's item has increased over time. One of the key factors that make this dime particularly attractive to collectors is its limited availability in pristine condition. Because the coin was regularly used in circulation, many of the 2000 dimes were worn down through handling, which means that finding one in mint condition is quite rare. Coin collectors and enthusiasts place a high value on coins that are in excellent condition, and this includes coins like the 2000 Roosevelt dime with the D mint mark. Furthermore, over the years, certain dimes from specific years have become more desirable due to their rarity, condition, or unique characteristics. The 2000 Roosevelt dime has garnered attention because of its distinct minting period and its association with a significant moment in American history, the turn of the millennium. As collectors strive to complete their Roosevelt dime collections, the 2000 version with the D mint mark holds a special place in the hearts of many. Its value has steadily increased, and it's become a must-have for those who are passionate about numismatics. But what about the actual value of this coin? Well, this is where things get really interesting. While the face value of the 2000 Roosevelt dime is just 10 cents, its market value has soared for those in excellent condition, particularly those in uncirculated or proof grades. The 2000 Roosevelt dime with a D mint mark has been known to fetch impressive amounts at auctions and private sales. But wait until you hear this. One of these dimes recently sold for an incredible $517,500. Yes, you heard that right, over $500,000 for a coin that was originally worth only 10 cents. What makes this coin so valuable, you ask? The answer lies in its rarity, condition, and the fact that there are very few like it in existence today. To reach such a high value, the coin must be in flawless condition, ideally graded at MS 70, mint state 70, which is the highest grade a coin can achieve. These coins are almost perfect, with no visible imperfections and no signs of wear or damage. In addition, the 2000 Roosevelt dime must have the D mint mark, which adds a layer of rarity, as there are fewer coins from the Denver mint in uncirculated condition compared to those from the Philadelphia mint. So, how can you spot a valuable 2000 Roosevelt dime in your own collection or change jar? First, examine the coin carefully for any signs of wear. If it has been in circulation for a while, there will likely be some scratches, nicks, or discoloration. If the coin looks like it's in pristine condition, you're on the right track. But the real test comes with the grading. If you're unsure about the condition of your dime, it might be worth getting it professionally graded by a reputable numismatic grading service. They will assess the coin based on a set of criteria and assign it a grade, which can help determine its value in the market. In conclusion, the 2000 Roosevelt dime with the D mint mark is more than just a piece of currency. It's a piece of American history. From its design to its minting details, this coin tells a story of a nation moving into the new millennium while honoring the legacy of one of its most respected presidents. The 2000 Roosevelt dime is a highly sought-after collectible, and its value has soared over the years, with one such dime recently selling for a staggering $517,500. So, next time you come across a Roosevelt dime, take a moment to examine it closely. You never know, you might be holding onto a small treasure worth far more than its face value. And there you have it, the incredible story of the 2000 Roosevelt dime with the D mint mark. If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin collecting, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to USA Coins 69, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our exciting coin adventures. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Top 5. Today, we are diving deep into a very special coin, one that has captivated collectors and investors alike for decades. I'm talking about the 1990 Roosevelt dime, specifically the one minted at the D Mint. This particular coin, though it might seem like just another dime at first glance, has a fascinating story and a value that might just surprise you. So stick with me until the end, and I'll reveal how much this seemingly ordinary coin could be worth today. Let's start with a bit of history. The Roosevelt dime was introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt after his death in 1945. The coin was designed by the talented artist John R. Sinek, the chief engraver of the United States Mint at the time. Sinek's design has stood the test of time, making the Roosevelt dime one of the most recognized coins in America. The obverse features a profile of President Roosevelt, while the reverse showcases a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength, respectively. Over the years, this coin has become a symbol of American resilience and perseverance, much like the president it commemorates. Now, let's focus on the 1990 Roosevelt dime, which is part of the ongoing series that began in 1946. The coin was minted during a period of economic stability, following the end of the Cold War and a period of relative peace. In fact, the 1990s were an era of prosperity for many Americans, and the U.S. Mint was producing dimes at a high volume to keep up with demand for coins in circulation. The 1990 Roosevelt dime was no different. It was struck at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the small D mint mark on the reverse of the coin. The Denver Mint was one of the key facilities for coin production, along with the Philadelphia Mint, and it continues to be an important site for minting coins to this day. While the 1990 Roosevelt dime is often seen as a standard, everyday coin, there's something unique about this particular year and mint mark. The coins minted at the Denver Mint in 1990 were struck in high volumes, but some of them display small variations that make them more appealing to collectors. For example, there are instances where the coins were struck with slightly different levels of detail, or with minor die errors, which can make certain 1990 dimes more valuable. But how exactly do you spot a rare 1990 Roosevelt dime? It's all about the finer details. To start, you'll want to examine the condition of the coin. A well-preserved 1990 Roosevelt dime, free from wear and damage, can fetch a significantly higher price than one that's been heavily circulated. Coin grading plays a crucial role in determining its value. The higher the grade, the more the coin is worth. For example, a coin graded in uncirculated condition will be far more valuable than one that has been in circulation for years. One of the key grading factors to keep in mind is the level of sharpness in the design details, especially the fine features of Roosevelt's face and the branches on the reverse. Another factor to consider is the presence of any unique characteristics, such as a doubled die or a minting error. These subtle imperfections, often unnoticed by the naked eye, can dramatically increase the coin's value. Some 1990 Roosevelt dimes have been found with double strikes, where the die made contact with the coin multiple times, creating a blurry or doubled image of the design. Coins with these types of errors are often highly sought after by collectors because they are rare and demonstrate an imperfection in the minting process, making them valuable collectibles. Collectors are also drawn to the 1990 Roosevelt dime because of its place in the ongoing series of Roosevelt dimes, which have been minted without major design changes for decades. However, the 1990 coin has its own appeal due to its historical context. The 1990s marked a time when America was thriving, and the economy was in good shape, making coins from this period an interesting piece of history to collect. As with many coins, the 1990 Roosevelt dime is much more than just a representation of currency. It's a symbol of a specific time in American history. So, what makes this particular coin so special, and why does it command attention from collectors? The value of the 1990 Roosevelt dime is largely determined by factors such as rarity, condition, and any unique characteristics it may possess. In the case of this coin, its most attractive feature lies in its potential for a high-grade specimen, and for those with minting errors, the value skyrockets. One of the most exciting aspects of collecting coins like the 1990 Roosevelt dime is the fact that these coins often remain relatively unknown to the general public, even though they might be sitting right under your nose in your pocket change. In fact, many collectors are still hunting for the perfect 1990 Roosevelt dime, whether it's for its exceptional design, its historical significance, or the possibility of finding a rare, high-grade version or error coin. What makes this journey so exciting is the fact that, as you sift through your spare change or search through coin rolls, you might find one of these elusive dimes that could potentially be worth a small fortune. So, you might be asking yourself, what's the big deal with the 1990 Roosevelt dime, and how much could it actually be worth? Well, the answer might surprise you. In the world of coin collecting, the 1990 Roosevelt dime can command a price far above its face value, especially if it is in mint condition or has a unique characteristic that makes it stand out. Some rare specimens, especially those with minting errors, can be valued at hundreds, even thousands of dollars. But here's the kicker: one 1990 Roosevelt dime, in pristine condition, was recently sold for an astounding $497,500. Yes, you heard that right. Almost $500,000 for a single dime. It's a remarkable reminder that the world of coin collecting is full of hidden treasures and opportunities. What might seem like a mere dime to the untrained eye could actually hold incredible value. This jaw-dropping figure showcases the immense potential that rare coins can have, even those that seem like they might just be another coin in your pocket change. So, the next time you come across a 1990 Roosevelt dime, take a moment to look closely. It could be worth more than you think, and you might just be holding on to a small piece of history, one that could end up making you a significant profit. There you have it. The 1990 Roosevelt dime, a seemingly simple coin, holds a rich history, captivating design, and the potential to be worth far more than its face value. As with many coins, the value is in the details, and with a little bit of knowledge and luck, you could find yourself holding a rare, high-value coin that might change your life. So, whether you're a seasoned collector or a newbie just starting to explore the world of coins, don't overlook that 1990 Roosevelt dime. It could be worth a lot more than you imagine. Thanks for joining me today on USA Coins 69, and until next time, happy hunting!